Welcome back to Mastering MHAMBA. This is Chapter 4B, Building Cohesive, Trusted, High Safety Teams, adapted from Leigh Thompson's Making the Team, a Guide for Managers, 6th edition, published by Pearson Education. In Chapter 4A, we explored how teams develop identity and emotional dynamics. In this second half, we focus on how teams bond, trust, feel safe, socialize new members, and handle turnover, the invisible forces that determine long-term success. Learning objectives. In this session, you will learn: first is group cohesion and why it strengthens performance. Second is group trust and how trust differs from respect. Third is the 5 types of trust that shape team reliability. Fourth is psychological safety, the cornerstone of learning and innovation. Fifth is group socialization, how people enter and integrate into teams. Sixth is how teams respond to newcomers and old-timer dynamics. And seventh is how turnover and reorganizations shape team performance. Let's move to Section 1, Group Cohesion. What is group cohesion? Group cohesiveness refers to the emotional attraction that binds team members together. It's the glue that creates unity, loyalty, and shared commitment. Cohesive teams communicate better, coordinate faster, and sustain performance over time. Cohesion performance. Cohesion and performance reinforce each other. When teams feel united, performance improves, and as performance improves, cohesion grows stronger. This upward spiral makes cohesive teams easier to maintain and harder to disrupt. How to build cohesion? Cohesion can be intentionally built. 3 powerful strategies include: shared identity, emphasizing a unified team purpose; physical proximity, working closely increases understanding and trust; shared hardship or challenge, difficult experiences strengthen bonds and resilience; external pressure often accelerates cohesion by creating a common enemy effect. The dark side, fear of exclusion. When cohesion becomes too strong, another force emerges: fear of social exclusion. People may engage in extreme or unethical behavior to avoid being pushed out. This is why leaders must balance unity with openness, ensuring cohesion doesn't turn into conformity. Section 2, Group Trust. Trust versus respect. Trust and respect are related but distinct. Respect is the level of esteem you hold for someone's abilities or character. Trust is your willingness to rely on them without monitoring their work. High trust, low respect are safe but ineffective team. High respect plus low trust equals talented individuals afraid to depend on each other. Great teams need both trust and respect. Trust and monitoring. High trust combined with high autonomy sounds ideal, but it can sometimes reduce performance. When trust is too high, members may hesitate to monitor each other, even when correction is needed. Effective teams balance trust with accountability. Trust congruence. Trust is most powerful when it's aligned. When leaders trust the team and the team trusts the leader, motivation, cooperation, and performance increase. But when trust is misaligned, confusion and frustration follow. Moving to Section 3, Types of Trust. 5 types of trust. Trust evolves from different sources: incentive-based trust, built on designed rewards and punishments; familiarity-based trust grows through repeated interactions; similarity-based trust based on shared background or identity; social network trust, trust built through connected relationships; implicit trust, subconscious cues that trigger trust automatically; implicit trust mechanisms. Implicit trust is shaped by subtle signals. Positive mood increases trust. High status individuals tend to trust more easily. Mere exposure, simply seeing people frequently, increases liking. Mirroring and mimicry, when people unconsciously synchronize behavior, rapport increases. These mechanisms work fast, often before conscious judgment kicks in. Let's move to Section 4, Psychological Safety. What is psychological safety? Psychological safety, or PS, is the belief that you can speak up, raise concerns, or admit mistakes without fear of punishment or embarrassment. PS is the number one predictor of learning behavior, innovation, and team adaptation. Why PS matters: teams with high psychological safety learn faster, share information openly, take healthy risks, escalate problems early, implement new procedures effectively. PS is not about comfort, it's about courage. PS microclimates. Psychological safety isn't uniform. It forms microclimates within the same team. 2 types stand out: irreverent clique where people joke freely and challenge norms. Potential mutiny, where tension rises and dissent builds silently. Leaders must recognize these subcultures because each requires different intervention. Now we will talk about group socialization in section 5. Group socialization overview. Group socialization is how people enter, integrate, and exit teams. It is a mutual shaping process. Individuals adjust to the team, and the team adjusts to them. Phases of socialization. There are three major phases. Evaluation, both sides assess fit through a cost benefit lens. Commitment, mutual investment, and deeper involvement. Role transition, full integration into the group, marked by acceptance and clarity of role. Moving on to section 6, newcomers and old timers. Types of newcomers. Newcomers vary in their role and level of commitment. They can be visitors, temporary observers, transfers, new but experienced members, replacements, filling a departed member's role, consultants, specialists with expertise but limited loyalty. Each type changes team dynamics differently. Threat versus innovation. Newcomers bring innovation, fresh perspective, and objectivity, but they can also trigger feelings of threat among old timers who may resist change or defend existing norms. Temporary newcomers face more resistance because they are seen as less committed. Old timer reactions. Old timers tend to be less accepting of newcomers who challenge the team's norms or question long standing assumptions. This tension can slow integration or accelerate growth if managed well. Turnover and reorganizations. Impact of turnover. Turnover disrupts team performance, especially when tasks require reciprocal interdependence, where everyone's work affects everyone else. In tightly connected teams, losing even one member can disrupt workflow and coordination, when turnover can be positive. However, turnover can also be beneficial. It brings fresh perspectives, prevents stagnation, and helps teams evolve. In teams with high group esteem, members are more likely to stay and debate, not leave immediately, which shapes how turnover plays out. So, cohesion binds teams together. Trust opens the door to collaboration. Psychological safety empowers learning. Socialization integrates talent. And turnover shapes how teams grow and adapt. The most effective teams cultivate connection, courage, and continuous evolution. This video is adapted from Leigh Thompson's Making the Team, a guide for managers, 6th edition, Pearson Education. Thank you for watching Mastering MHA MBA. Stay tuned for more graduate level insights on leadership and team performance.